सोशल मीडिया का ये सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट मुझे ये है कि मुझे कॉमन मैन की जो सेंस है, हाँ, उसकी जो क्रिएटिविटी है, उसका एनालिसिस है.
Modi cannot do without social media, and social media cannot do without Modi. The Prime Minister had thrown his followers into a tizzy after announcing that he's considering of giving up his social media on March 8. As millions of followers urged the PM not to sever the direct line contact, Modi did spring a surprise, saying that on March 8, which is celebrated as International Women's Day, he will hand over his social media handles to women whose life and work inspire others. We revisit how Modi not only used social media to his advantage but left a template for others to follow suit. Since Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014, internet users in India increased from 250 million to 520 million in 2019. And Modi and his social media army has been at the helm exploiting the most democratic town hall in internet. This has not only increased the PM's popularity, but also helped him to present himself as a tech-savvy face to the millennials. According to a media report, BJP created around 9 lakh cell phone pramukhs, one for every polling booth, whose main responsibility was to drive WhatsApp-based campaigns for Lok Sabha polls 2019. Does social media help in garnering votes? A study by the Centre for the Study of Developing Societies on 2019 election results throws up some startling facts. The analysis shows that 47% of people with high social media exposure were close to the BJP, while only 18% of them supported the Congress. For voters without any interface with social media, the support for Congress increased to 21%, while that of BJP's dropped to 38%. The former Gujarat Chief Minister was the first to see and tap into the potential of social media before the 2014 Lok Sabha polls. Much before the Johnny-come-latelys had figured out the potential. A case in point being BSP Supremo Mayawati joining Twitter as late as in February 2019. Why is it imperative for politicians to be seen on social media? Politicians or parties with little presence on social media are seen as non-transparent, lacking intra-party democracy and out of sync with an aspirational India. Moreover, one-way conversation by leaders without a sense of humor to appreciate memes puts the politician at a disadvantage. But most importantly, millions of those who have benefited from India's economic growth but felt that their views or opinions were bypassed by the traditional media found a voice in the social sphere. And both Modi and BJP targeted this middle-class Indians and fed them on concoction of patriotism, a rising India with a majoritarian viewpoint controlling the discourse. And all of this was done through social media by lakhs of accounts ideologically allied to the BJP and Modi. To drive home the point, Modi and BJP launched campaigns such as Main Bhi Chaukidar, My First Vote for Modi, and Modi Hai To Mumkin Hai on social media platforms. Is social media a double-edged sword? Social media has emerged as a vital platform not only for political campaigns but also as a place for slamming and drowning opposing political ideologies. In fact, one constant refrain is the Bhakts, millions of online supporters of Modi and BJP. Outshouts and drowns political opponents who try to poke holes at their leaders and expose the government's shortcomings. A study conducted by Social Media Matters and IGPP during 2019 Lok Sabha polls showed that 53% of the respondents received fake news through various social media platforms. The real issues are therefore lost or missed, constant propaganda and fake news. Is it possible for NAMO to leave social media? It's simply not possible for a leader of Modi's stature to leave the social media. The downside of such a withdrawal will likely to have a cascading effect on PM's popularity and electoral performance of the party. As a matter of fact, the PM in his first term invited around 150 super social media influencers to his residence, where he urged the influencers to spread the good word about his government or party among the masses. At last count, the PM had 53.3 million followers on Twitter, 44 million on Facebook, 35.2 million on Instagram, and 4.5 million on YouTube. Simply some mind-boggling figures. While his critics would argue that Modi loves and cherishes his own echo chambers in the social media sphere, the truth is that at a time when India is witnessing an unprecedented protest over CAA, NRC and Delhi riots, social media will only serve as a force multiplier to dispel any kind of doubts about him, his party and the government.